Nuclear power is energy generated from the controlled nuclear fission of atoms, typically uranium, within a reactor. Scientists discovered a power for energy.
And underneath this building, the first research reactor F1 was launched. It was called Physical the First. And it happened to be just at the end of November of 1946. Just in front of you, there is a model of this research reactor. The model is smaller than the actual size of the real one. And here on this model, you can see the blocks of pure graphite. These are the gray blocks.
An important discovery of uranium was made, which made this creation possible.
At this point of time, in the 40s, we already knew some places from where we could get the uranium. And they were located in Asia. You can see the map on the wall.
By 1949, something was born, something more powerful than fear, knowledge, infrastructure. A whole generation trained not just to build weapons, but to master the atom. From Kurchatov ashes rose Rosatom, an empire of nuclear know-how. And in 2019, a floating plant named Akademik Lomonosov reached Pevek, the coldest, most forgotten corner of Russia. Pevek, Russia, one of the remote and coldest places in the world. It was a return to first principles. Bring power where there is none. Not pipelines, not diesel, not hopes, but kilowatts.
So in 2006, I moved to Pevek with my family from the Isle of Ayun. This power plant works thanks to the creation of heat with the use of the reactor, and then after that, this heat is transferred to the second circuit. Then in the second circuit, water turns into vapor and is transferred to the turbine. With the use of kinetic energy and vapor, turbine starts rotating. At the same time, it rotates the rotor of the generator in magnetic field, thus creating electricity from the generator. So as for radiation security, this is very clean energy. And here, comparing the level of radiation on the floating block and in the town of Pevek, on the floating block, it is 2 times lower. This FNPP provides 60% of all the energy in Chauno-Bilibinski circuit, and the capacity of this energy block is 70 megawatt. FNPP provides heat for the whole town of Pevek, so its capacity is to provide heat for a town of 100,000 people. The floating block uses both active and passive variants of protection. I will not tell you about all of them, but I would say that Rosatom draws a lot of attention to security. invest lots of money into the creation of infrastructure and into helping their population in some kind of difficult life situations. So we also restored the street light system in the city, and now this year we are finishing the construction of sports facility. So a lot has changed since 2020. New roads are being built, new sports facilities, sports complexes.
In the 1940s, Soviet scientists mined uranium in Tajikistan and Uzbekistan, republics of the global south, before we called it that. Today, Africa holds over 18% of global uranium reserves. But who controls the atoms? What began in the war now moves in peace. A floating plant built on wartime science now drifts with peacetime purpose. The atom that once threatened the world may now power it fairly, freely, and cleanly.